Welcome to the Fun Saver Network compensation or rewards plan. You're about to see the strongest compensation, the strongest rewards plan ever for a $25 a month membership. But I must start with the earnings disclaimer. The earnings disclaimer is very simple. It says that we cannot guarantee you're going to make any money at all because we don't know your habits. We don't know how hard you work. We don't know exactly what you're going to do. We don't know if you just want to be a free member and just use the services to save a lot of money or build a team. Okay, so there's no earning projections. Promises or representations are made about your earning potential. You have to know the use of this information should be based on your own due diligence and understand we're not liable for any success or failure of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the use of our information. Products and services reviewed or advertising. So let's get started. So this is our member compensation plan or our member rewards plan, and you're allowed to get paid different ways here. You're allowed to be paid as a pro member, which is a $25 member, and you're allowed to be paid as a member, which is a free lifetime member. So let's cover what they are. The first one will be the product bonus. The second one is the fast start bonus. The third one is the matrix. The fourth one is check match. And the fifth one is coded bonus. Now look at the screen carefully. You see the very first two says members and pro members. So if you're a free member, you are allowed to receive compensation for the first two ways, product and fast start. But as a pro member, you can receive compensation all 5 different ways. So let's get into it. Let's go over the product bonus. Very simple. This compensation plan is very easy to understand, okay? So what does this mean? This means, well, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to go through the first two as you're a free member. We already know pro members get this as well, but I'm going to highlight being a free member. So if you want to remain a free member and share, I want you to understand as a free member how you can make money in this plan. So the FSN product bonus applies to members and pro members. Remember, members are free, pro members are paid. And when you're personal members, that means let's say you're free and you're bringing in other free people. Nobody's paying the company any money. You're a free member, free lifetime member. Anytime your personal free lifetime members you bring in, anytime they buy something from the drops, anytime they buy something from Fun Finds, our health and wellness, our apps, our digital products, you get paid. And here's how that works. If it's something under $5, which is few and far between, you're going to receive 50 cents every time they buy something. Not one time, every time. If they buy 3 different things and they're under $5, that's $1.50. If they buy something $5 or more, you're going to receive $1. Not one time, every time for the life of their membership when they're buying. This happens over and over and over every time they buy something. We are literally the very first company in this space that pays you as a free member when you bring in other free members. And this portion is paid to you every week. Our week runs from Wednesday through Tuesday. The product bonus, here's the product bonus. Free members and pro members get paid on free members. I'm going to elaborate what I just showed you about the product bonus. Again, I'm going to do this for free members. Pro members get it as well. So here you are as a free member. You're not paying anything. And you're introducing other free members. And they're coming in as free members. They're not paying the company nothing, but they have the free lifetime membership. And they're doing this for one reason. They're doing it simply because they want to absolutely get the discounts that is available to them when they go and buy things. But here we have your personal free members. Now they're going through because it changes every day, things to buy every day. It changes every single day, Monday through Friday. And your personal people are buying things. Your very first personal free member, they buy 3 things in a month. Your second one buys 5 things in a month. Your third one buys 10 things in a month. Your fourth one buys 2 things. Now you can continue. You don't need to stop at this many. You can put 100. You can put 1,000. You can put 5,000. Free members, whatever you want. And every time they buy something during the week, because I'm going to do this on weekly because it's paid weekly, every time they buy something, whatever it is they bought, mostly than not, you're going to receive $1 for everything they bought. So if you add all this up, 3, 5, 10, 2, 7, 1, 8, 4, 15, it equals $55. So this means as a free member and all the people you brought in as free members, you have earned $55 on the products that they purchased for the week. Okay. What if you had 100 and they all bought one thing? That's 100 in a week. That's 400 in a month, depending on what they buy. People are buying all the time here because we have great products, right? So this is how the product bonus works for free members along with pro members. Okay. Even though you're a free member, you can make money on product bonuses. So let's go to part 2 of our compensation plan, which is the fast start bonus. This applies to free members and it applies to pro members. But again, I'm going to explain this to you as if you are a free member. Okay. So let's say you're a free member and you're bringing in other free members, and all of your free members you're bringing in, when one of them decides that they want to upgrade to the $25 to be a pro member to get even more savings, what happens is, even though you're a free member, you're going to make 50% of that $25, which is $12.50. For every free member you bring in, when they upgrade to the $25 to get more savings, you're going to make $12.50. This is a one-time pay, okay? And if you, let's say you referred 10 people, or 10 people out of your 100 free members, if they all upgraded in a week, that would be $125. And you're still a free member. You haven't paid anything. You're still a free member. This is also paid to you weekly, every single week. This is another weekly pay, okay? Now I'm going to go into a little bit deeper because our fast start bonus is 3 levels deep. Again, it doesn't change. It's still for free members and it's still for pro members. So again, you brought in 50 people, 10 people, and in a week, 5 of them upgrade, you get $12.50 times 5. Now, the people that you brought in, they're doing the same. They're bringing other people in as well. That's going to be your level 2. And anybody on your level 2 that upgrades to $25, you're going to make $2.50. And anybody on your level 3, when they upgrade to $25, you're going to make 25 cents. Okay. And this is paid weekly, like I said. Now let's move to the third portion of our compensation plan. Now, from here moving forward, free members, as just members, you do not have access to this part of the comp plan. This part of the comp plan where it begins for pro members, meaning members that are paying $25 a month, it's actually 83 cents a day. Everybody can do that. So our third portion is the matrix commission. It is a 3x10 matrix, meaning in the matrix, when you start bringing people in and they start upgrading to $25, they're going to fall in your matrix. Now it's a 3x10, meaning only 3 people can be on your personal line in the matrix. That's it. It can be from you. It can be from people above you. I can't guarantee that you'll get spillover from above, but I can guarantee if you're working the business, this can happen for you. So you bring in 5, 10 members, only 3 of them is going to go on your first line. And then you go to your second line. That means each one of these people can have 3. Okay. That means that's 9. Then the next one's 27. So it's 3 times 9, 27. 27 times 3, 81. 81 times 3, 243. And then, so it's 3 wide at the beginning and it goes 10 levels deep. Okay. And when you go 10 levels deep, if and when this matrix ever fills up, I'm not saying that it is, but if it ever did, there would be 88,572 members inside your matrix. Now let's think about this for a minute. You don't have to bring in 88,572 members. What if you only brought in 3? Well, there's your first 3. What if those 3 brought in 3? What if those 9 brought in 3? What if those 27 brought in 3? So you could accomplish this goal by everybody bringing in 3 pro members. And what goal am I speaking of? I'm speaking of earning in the matrix. So understand that everybody in your matrix, whether you put them there or not, actually has landed in your matrix, and you get paid $1 for everyone in your matrix. Okay. And you can also receive 50 cents because when you upgrade to $25 as a member, as a pro member, and you never share it or nothing, you're going to be in the matrix. And if you happen to get some spillover from up above, I can't guarantee it, you can receive 50 cents for each one of them through 5 levels. Let's look at this a little deeper. The matrix commission. This is paid monthly, by the way. This is your residual income. Remember, if you're a member, you're free. You're not paying anything as a member. And there's the first 5 levels. You can get 2% on everybody that falls underneath you. That's 50 cents, okay? But the minute you bring in only two people, you're an FSN duo, okay? And when you're an FSN duo, you pick up level 6 and you pick up level 7, and everybody in your matrix through level 7 changes to 4%, means you pick up $1 for every one of them every month. They pay their $25. Let's say you bring in 3 pro members. That opens up level 8 and level 9, which means you make $1 for everybody in your matrix. And if you go crazy and bring in 5 people, just 5 pro members that love to save money, at that point, you open up level 10. And when you open up level 10, you can see the numbers. Remember, it's $1 for everybody in your matrix. If it fills up, that would be $88,572. Okay, per month. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how in the world can that happen, Ron? How in the world can I get 88,572? Because I don't think that's going to happen for anybody. Okay, let's say it happens for nobody. I'll go ahead and go with that. What if you failed this model by 90%? Completely failed it by 90%. You only completed 10% of this model. It's still over $8,000 a month. Okay? Still over $8,000 a month. Let's go to part 4 of the compensation plan. Again, this is for pro members. Product bonus with a check match. Yes, we have a check match on the product bonus. Let me explain to you. Here we are again. You're green this time because you're a $25 pro member. And everybody you're bringing in, you don't care if they're pro members and you don't care if they're free members. It doesn't matter to you. You can bring in either one. What matters here is that you're a $25 pro member. So you start bringing people in. Let's say you bring in all free members. They're all free. You're just bringing in free members, bringing in free members, bringing in free members, and you just keep putting them in there, keep putting them in there. And then your free members start bringing in their free members. Let's say your first one brought in 10 free members. Your second one brought in 5 free members. Your third one brought in 3 free members. Your fourth one brought in 12 free members. And all of these free members you brought in are bringing in free members. See, let's just say this is how many they brought in a month. In a month, okay? That means if every one of these free members, the 10, the 5, the 3, the 12, the 20, if they all bought one thing in a month, one thing, that means your personal members would have made $334. Because if you add all them up at $1 a piece on everything they buy, that's $334 that your personal line has accumulatively made between all of them. Well, since you're a pro member, and let's say you've brought in 5 people, 5 paying members, you're going to check match that $334 by 25%. And they're all free members. They're just buying things. You get to check match it at 25%. But if you really went to work and brought in 10 pro members, you'll check match that number at 50%, 167. What if there was 100 people there? What if there was 1,000 people on level 2? That means, what if you brought in 100 people and they all brought in 10 free members? That's 1,000 people on level 2. If they all bought one thing a month on your level 2, that would be $1,000 being paid to your personal line. And depending on what you've done, you can check match that $1,000 at 25% or 50%. Whatever you want to do. And this continues to happen over and over and over again anytime they go buy product. Okay? Again, unheard of in this industry. Now, let's go to the last and final way that we get paid in this company. This is a coded bonus plan. And a coded bonus plan is easy to understand. Let me explain what I mean by coded bonus. Everyone you personally sponsor is worth $5 a month to you every time they pay their $25. And they're the same exact people that is in your matrix that you're making $1 per person on every month that they pay their $25. They're the same exact people you're getting paid $1 on every time they go buy something in the product arena. Okay. So let's talk about coded bonus. Look, every member coded to you, all that means is every member that you personally sponsored that's paying their $25 is worth $5 a month every single month. This is another residual income that is attached to the matrix as well. Okay. Now, when you bring in your first 5 members, you're going to have to pass up 2 of those to your sponsor, and it's done by the computer. You don't choose the 2. It's just randomly chosen after you bring in 5. And before you say, why am I giving people away? Hold on, watch what happens. Let's go through it together. Here you are, okay? You bring in your first 5 members. Once you have your first, and this only happens in the matrix. You don't lose them anywhere else, only here. Let's get real. You're only losing $10 because they're all worth $5 a piece to you. When you give 2 of these away, you're only losing $10 because you never have to give another one away. After you've done your first 5, you go put 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You never give another one away. But let me explain how this works. Here's your first 5 members, and the computer goes, okay, we got to give 2 of them to the sponsor. Now notice there's only 3 there. There's not 5, there's 3. Now let's stop right here. You're paying a membership of $25 a month. You happen to know that all 3 of these is worth $5 a month to you every time they're paid their $25. Quick math tells me that's $15 a month. And don't forget, the 5 members are in your matrix at $1 a piece per month. So that's another 5. So that's $20 a month. So right here, we have almost completely covered your monthly $25. Already almost done it. But watch, as your people that you personally sponsored, when they bring in their 5, just like you, what do they have to do? The same exact thing you had to do. They have to pass up 2 of their first 5 to who? To you, because you're their sponsor. Now, those 2 people passed to you are now coded to you. They're worth $5 a piece per month to you. Okay? Now, your second person, the green person, when they bring in 5, they have to pass 2 of the 5 to you. You just picked up another $10. Your third person, the purple one, brings in 5. They got to pass 2 to you. There is 6 people that has been given to you that you had nothing to do with, but they're all worth $5 a piece to you. That's $30 extra per month. Okay? Now, what's this? Those people that were just given to you and coded to you, what happens when they bring in 5? Well, they're coded to you. This person brings in 5 that was given to you and coded to you. They got to get, the computer finds 2 of their 5, gives them to you because they're coded to you. Second person brings in 5, computer picks 2 of their 5, gives them to you. Third person brings in 5 that was given to you. They bring in 5, given to you. See how this is working? What did you do to start this whole thing? You brought in 5. That's it. And out of those 5, 3 were left, and they all brought in 5. And they all had to give you 2. And all these people brought in 5. And they all had to give you 2. This is why this thing is unlimited. It keeps going and going and going and going. And there is a pattern here. And the pattern is very simple. You brought in 5, you gave away 2, left you 3. All 3 of those bring in 5, they each give you 2, that's 6. All 6 of those bring in 5, they each give you 2, that's 12. See how it's doubling? 3, 6, 12, 24, 48. And all these people are doing is bringing in 5. You can bring in all you want. I would suggest bringing in more than 5 pro members. But I'm showing you this on everybody just doing 5. Okay? If you stopped here, if you count all these little things up at $5 a piece, that's $105 a month in coded bonus only. And all of these people are still in your matrix where you're making $1 per piece on each one. Every month. Okay? It's unlimited. So it keeps going and going and going and going and paying you $5 per member through, it's infinite. So in this part of the compensation plan, you must personally sponsor 3 members, pro members that pay to unlock this coded bonus. Only 3. We don't have a lot of hoops you got to jump through. It's very simple. So let's go a little deeper on the coded bonus so you understand. Paid monthly. All right. want to show you how this works. Remember what we said. Here you are, you brought in 5 people, passed up 2, left 3 there. 3 times 5 is $15. Remember? What these 3 did, they all brought in 5, gave you 2, it doubled to 6 that's coded to you. 6 times 5 is 30. All these are added together. 6 people, they all brought in 5, each one gave you 2, they're coded to you. 12 times 5 is 60. See how this is happening? When they bring in 5 that's coded to you, they got to give you 2. And it just keeps snowballing and it keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. You can see what can happen. Now, you're looking at compound numbers. And the only thing that happened here is everybody did one thing. They brought in 5 pro members. That's it. I suggest you do more, because when you bring in the number 6, when they bring in 5, they give you 2 more. Number 7, when they bring in 5, they give you 2 more. Number 8, when they bring in 5, you just keep putting people in, right? Now, if you add all of this up, that's 12,285 people that are coded to you at $5 a piece. That's $61,425 just on the coded bonus. $61,425. Now, I know what you're saying. Same thing you said on the matrix. Nobody's going to do that, Ron. Okay, I'll buy it again. What if you failed this by 90%? Again, what if you didn't get this done? What if you only got 10% of this done? It's still over $6,000 a month. I did the same thing over on the matrix. It's still over $8,000 a month on the matrix if you failed at 90%. I don't know. If I add 8 and 6, that's over $14,000 a month. I can't guarantee you're going to make this. All I know is it's there for everybody. Maybe you just want to make $100 a month. Maybe you just want to make 50. I don't know. Maybe some of you want to get these big numbers. I don't know where you are in life, and I don't know what you want to do. But what I do know, it is very simple to share with people a program that saves them a lot of money when they go shopping. And we got 2 apps that saves them money everyday things they buy at big box stores. It is simple to share that with people when it's absolutely free to join, and they can upgrade when they want to. And in this scenario that we're looking at, one thing happened. Everybody sponsored 5 pro members that wanted to save money. That's it. So what should we do? We should literally help everyone become a Pro 5 member. All of us should help everyone become a Pro 5 member. Okay? So I want you to understand this is our compensation plan with Fund Saver Network. I hope you enjoyed what we did today. And I truly hope that you understand. If there's any part of this you don't understand, just get with the person that brought you into this company, and they will absolutely help you move forward understanding the compensation plan. But the only way this compensation plan works is we share with everybody we know. And it's just about saving money, because people are going to shop anyway, and people are always looking for a way to save money. Okay? So have a fantastic day, everybody.